evening and welcome to Sunday Night Live. I'm co-anchor Kevin. Oh, she's not in studio with me, but co-anchor Kelsey is here and she's preparing our guest for a very intense round of what I call round yum yum, but I think they're calling it a completely different game. But anyway, I'm glad that you're back with us on Sunday night, that you've made it through week 1 of level 3 lockdown. But let me give you what's coming up this week. So first off, we're going to be playing a game. It's called Nice or Nasty. I think that's the name anyway. It's got to do with food, and I've been privy to what's on the table. Then after that, we have a marvelous interview for you, and right after that, we want to just show you some disparity in the world and the light and the dark side of it. And we'll end off with a great conversation between co-anchor Kelsey and myself, co-anchor Kevin. But right now, let's cross over to the field where they are. They're not actually in a field, but they're in the field.
Thank you so much, co-anchor Kevin. I'm co-anchor Kelsey, and we have a guest with us this evening. Welcome, Jan Ben. He had no idea what he was getting himself into this evening, and we're going to be playing a game called
Nice
and Nasty Roulette. There's something nice and there's something nasty. We also have a picker and a peeker. So someone's going to get to see it, and then someone's going to spin it.
Yeah.
Are you ready, Jan Ben?
I mean, I've heard that it's too late to back out now, so I'm here.
It's definitely too late, so I think should we rock, paper, scissors and see who's going to be the picker and who's going to be the... What is the other one?
Peeker.
Peeker.
There we
it
go.
is. Are you ready?
All right.
Here we go.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Oh!
Yes!
So you get to peek or...
I get to pick, I think.
Okay.
I think you get to peek.
All right, here we go, people. Let us see what is underneath here. All right. Oh my goodness gracious, that looks delicious.
So just to clarify, guys, I need to now, based on her facial expression, decide whether I want to eat whatever underneath this plate or whatever is underneath that plate. So, I mean, Kelsey, you have one heck of a poker face. I honestly, I don't know.
Well, hey?
So, I mean, let's see.
See which way you go.
Maybe
Ooh, that way.
Let's see if you
Okay.
take that one, or maybe not. Let's just go back to where we
My
were.
days, which one is it gonna be?
Let's take this one.
Oh, good luck. Okay.
All right.
Let's go.
3, 2, 1, go. Oh yes!
How did I get this one?
Brilliant. Okay, I'm just gonna eat the entire thing. I'm only supposed to eat
Do I
one.
have to do this in one shot? Seriously, I'm gonna eat a raw egg? Oh,
Bottoms up.
shit. That is disgusting, and I'm just gonna have a sip of water now. All right. I just babbed up a little raw egg. Just to give everyone at home an experience.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I honestly.
I really
would-
feel like a team player right now. Thank you
was
so
so well
much
done.
to Warren for doing that. All right, let's see. We have the lovely helper RJ over there who's going to bring up. We have another 3 rounds. And I hope
Chelsea.
that I got the worst one first. Here's hoping.
Luckily, you get to pick now. So I mean, I get to peek and you get to pick. So let's
Okay,
hope.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Here we go. Round
right.
2. I have to
Ready,
like,
guys?
look at you in the eyes. Okay.
All right. Okay.
Yes. Okay. Here we go. I don't know what to do. Let's go round and round.
I mean, maybe it was great. Maybe it was terrible.
I'm gonna take my chances with it.
I don't even know if this was the one that was initially in front of me or not.
Okay.
You
here we
ready?
go. Okay, here we go.
3.
Let's have a look.
2, 1. Oh!
I got a chocolate!
I don't even know what this is, but it looks like cat food.
Dog or cat food?
Yeah, well, I mean,
Oh, it's cat food. Do you own a cat?
I do not
Ever
own a
tried it
cat.
before?
I have not. I mean, I'll eat
Okay.
2. I'm only supposed to eat 1, but I mean, for
I
the
feel like,
viewers'
yeah,
enjoyment,
just
I'll go
let's
for
see.
2.
Oh,
It tastes
so
like a
good.
biscuit, I'll be honest, but like a salty biscuit.
This tastes so good.
I'll be honest, this is not as bad as I thought. Like, I think you got the worst one with the first
Oh,
round.
that raw egg. I'm eating this just so that I can get rid of that taste.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I made the mistake of putting the entire thing on the first round in my mouth. That was definitely
I almost want
not
to
great.
save the rest of this to see, like.
Yeah, just to balance out the rest of the textures that you need to eat. The problem is we probably need to put them on this side once we're done, so...
Thank you so much to the lovely RJ. Look at him.
Welcome.
Oh, such a
Thank you very
natural
much.
at this, eh?
Thank you.
Look at you go. All right, time for round 3.
Oh, I
I
can't
still
believe...
think the raw egg was worse.
It was 100% the worst. No, definitely.
My goodness.
I can't believe we still have 2 rounds to go. Like, in some way, like, I thought when you guys told me I'm playing a game, I'm like, it's fine. It will be once and it will be over.
I mean,
and
you
then-
had no idea what to expect.
No,
this
actually, I
evening.
wasn't expecting to play a game at all tonight.
All right, so now I get to peek.
You get to peek, and I need
Here
to
we
judge your
go.
facial expressions.
Okay, are you ready?
I mean, can I say no? Probably not. So,
All right.
I mean, I'm gonna keep it at this. Like, I'm happy to keep it at this.
You're gonna keep it like this? Are you sure?
I am.
Yeah, but are you really
I
sure?
mean, your facial expression wasn't great, but I mean, I've got to just
Okay.
go on.
You keeping it here?
Yeah, I am.
All right.
Are you ready?
I'm not ready.
All right, then I'll switch it. Will that?
Oh, what a guy!
3, 2, 1. There we
Yes!
go. Those look awfully similar to a chili. I'll be
I
honest.
couldn't do that and a raw egg. I'm sorry.
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
So I think I'm allowed to only take a bite. I don't think I have to eat the entire
Yeah.
thing. Okay.
No, I think
all right.
take a bite.
I mean,
At
is this a
rate,
good-
I'm just getting fat now. So.
Is this a good time to say that I don't do well with hot food?
It's a great
So, should have definitely thought about this, but okay, you ready?
You can do it.
Guys, if I start coughing, it's not because I have COVID-19, it's honestly because my mouth is burning. You're that hot! I'm sorry, I know I'm supposed to cough in my...
Team player, okay. Whatever I get the next round, I'll take. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, RJ.
Guys, today's been an emotional day for me. It's been, if you see tears, that's the reason.
You did so good. Thank you.
It's
Oh, my
alright.
days. Okay, let's just take a sip of water. Just...
I've heard apparently with hot food you shouldn't drink water.
You shouldn't, so I'll take a
So
sip
I'm just
of
gonna
water.
put this
and
down
you
then.
just put-
Oh, please.
Okay, final round.
I'll take that raw
and
egg
RJ
now.
is still
Yeah, enjoy this
cringing.
one.
Oh my goodness.
So I need to peek, right? Okay.
Yes.
Whoa.
I feel like every round just gets worse. I'm not ready.
Okay. Let's
Alright,
try
let's
this again.
see. Oh, I can't see. That's like you know your face is down.
I'm sorry. Let's try this again.
Yes.
Ugh.
Okay. Oh, I don't know. You've got.
There are some tears, guys. How am I not supposed to touch my face now? But I'll do my best.
Don't touch anything. Okay. I'll just leave it as it is.
You sure?
No. I'm not sure. No, yeah. No. Let's do it like that.
I don't remember. I should really focus on this table
Yeah,
once
I
we
don't know.
start
I
moving.
lost it as well, so now I don't even know.
You ready?
I'm
Ooh.
spinning it again.
Okay.
No, wait, I don't know if I can trust my producer or not.
Ooh.
Okay, let's leave it like this.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
3.
Warren probably played me here, but it's okay. All
Nice.
about- Okay, 1,
2.
3.
Go. Oh! I don't actually know what that is, but it looks like worms, guys. So this has been a trial by fire for me.
You said that you wanted worms, though. You said you were okay with
With
worms.
Mopani worms. Yeah, no, actually.
What are
well, these are not Mopani worms. They are worms, well, they look like worms. Honestly, don't know what they are, but
Okay, should we
Bottoms up.
share the worms?
no. You can eat the chocolate. I'll take the worms.
I feel like you're just being kind. Let's do it. I've never had worms before. No, I have once. but Okay.
I'll try one and then I'll tell you what it's
Oh!
like. It's like really hard. Like, you ready?
You took a chili, so
Doesn't really
Oh.
taste like much. It's like dry.
kind of crispy.
Yeah. I mean, in case you're wondering, it doesn't help for the burning sensation in my mouth. So that definitely does not help. But
All right, I think that's enough of that. Still getting a little bit of raw eggs, so that was quite the game. We're gonna head over back to Kevin now. He's got something marvelous in store for us.
Oh my goodness, I'm glad that I wasn't part of that game at all this week. But what we do have in store for you right now is an interview with a lady called Marvelous. And my goodness me, is she marvelous. Her, just who she is just contagious. And she really has quite a story. She's come a long way in her life. She's come from working for somebody and right the way through the education space, and she is now a trainer of teachers in an organization called Uplifted. And it's just great just to see her story and her passion for teaching. But anyway, let's take a look at what Marvelous has to say. Quickly, in 1 minute, your journey, quickly.
Okay. So from being a domestic worker, and then I became a preschool teacher. But before I go to a preschool teacher, when I was a domestic worker, I just loved being with the kids. I would help them with their homework. I would help them play. I was like, why am I playing with these kids instead of me doing my work? So most of the time I'll knock off late because I was playing with the kids. The kids just loved me, and I also enjoyed being with them. And then I became a preschool teacher. I realized that my son could not play, and something happened when he came to school. He started playing and he was happy, he was free. And then I saw the ladies in Oliven. I saw the conditions that they were in. Many children in small places, and they have got absolutely no idea, and they feel like they're just nannies when they are teachers, because they are teachers. They are the ones who first see that this child is now crawling, this child is now sitting down, and then they are encouraging those children, or they are teaching the children to do something. So I saw that at the end of the year, those ladies were smiling, they were happy, they were full of confidence, they were excited for the next lot to come next year. Even if the other lot went to grade 1, but they knew that another one is coming. Like me, I had a child, I always say this story, I had a child in my class who could not speak or talk. This child was 4 years old. So for the first 2 months, he didn't say anything. And then the 3rd month, he started speaking another language which I don't understand. I think it's Tonga, and I couldn't understand. But 2nd term, that child and I were communicating, we're talking. And I'm telling you now, that child is the smartest child that I've ever taught. He's very smart. So those are the stories that make me want to do what I'm doing now. I want to see the children grow, and the teachers also, because one teacher comes to you and then you come to them, you help them, you take them from there, you bring them up there, and then they do stuff that you're like, wow, I didn't even think about that, and you thought about it. Well done.
Why have you got such a passion to teach teachers how to teach?
I believe that education is important. And if we start at the beginning, I always say the beginning. I always say the beginning. From the beginning, when they are small, then the children will grow to love education, and then they will have better poverty. They will have better lives, and they will move away from poverty. Education is the only thing that may take children away from poverty. Wow. Nothing else. And nobody will come and say, I'm taking away your education. Nobody will come and take away. Somebody can come and take away your car or your house, but they can never take away your education. Wherever you go, you will still have your education. Wow. Yes, so if we start because children learn from even when they're still in the womb, they are learning. They hear their mommy's voice. That's why they say, keep on talking to them. When they are born, they look at you and they smile or they cry. They are telling you something. They are learning. And they learn until. We all learn until. So that time when they are still young, that's when they are learning the most. That's when most of this happens. So at preschool level, we want the children to learn, and that's the time also, I become so passionate about this. That's the time also when we discover that there's something not right about this child, maybe a learning disability. That's when you discover it, and it can be undone at that level. If it passes that level, it's difficult when they go to primary school and you discover that your child maybe is ADD, ADHD, or your child has a learning disability. It becomes difficult. But if you discover it when they are still at preschool, it's so easy to fix, and then they become normal children, as they call.
So would you say your passion's more for the kids or for the teachers?
It's both. I would say both. I want the children to learn, to be educated, yes, and also the teachers. There are some people who are just born, who just love kids. They don't know why they love kids, and they don't know what they can do for those kids. Okay, so if we train them and they realize that, oh, this is exactly what they're doing there is exactly the same as what we're teaching the ladies to do there. Imagine how those ladies felt like. They were like, wow, so we're getting this education. It's not just like uplifted or marvelous or Linda or Andy. This is great quality education.
So you teach these teachers in the community, and how big is the school?
It's small. Some of the schools are very small. The government does not see this, but those preschools that are not registered, those backyard preschools, there's a lot of them. In a small how those ladies felt like. They were like, wow, so we're getting this education. It's not just like uplifted or marvelous or Linda or Andy. This is great quality education.
So you teach these teachers in the community, and how big is the school?
It's small. Some of the schools are very small. The government does not see this, but those preschools that are not registered, those backyard preschools, there's a lot of them. In a small space, you can find more than 40 children or 50 children with one teacher, and that teacher does not know what to do with the children. So we take them from there. We teach them how to plan their day with the children, what to do. We help them with the resources. We show them what to do, because our training is more practical. It's more practical. So that is why we go there into the community to see exactly what's going on. It's easy for me to say, no, you can't do this now. You have to do this later, before seeing what the situation is like. But if you go there and see exactly their situation, their small space, and the toys that they've got, maybe they've got one toy and there's 50 kids. So if you go there and you see it, that's when you're like, okay, now what can we do to help you guys? Okay, in this small space, you can take 5 children or 4 children and put them there. And then these other ones, maybe you take them and put them on that small space outside. Or you can take those ones and put them that side. You get it? Yeah. So that's what we do. We go there, we monitor them, we help them. And at the end of the day, it's amazing. It's a different thing. Even if it's a small space, we help them. And we tell them that you cannot keep on taking more children when you've got a small space. So you need to be aware of that. Think of your space. Think of the children, the number of children, and the safety of the children also. And your teachers, especially the principals, think of your teachers. If they've got too much pressure and if they're not happy, because it's frustrating. Imagine if there are 50 children from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. and you don't know what to do with them. You just sit there. What will be happening in there? Nothing. Absolutely
So
nothing.
you train these teachers how to teach.
Which that one is doing. This one can do this. So let's separate
Okay.
them so that these ones have got their own activities and these ones have got their own activity.
Other than money, what are the other resources that people can give?
Toys.
Toys?
Toys and maybe stationery for the teachers.
Yeah. Books?
Yes. And books, yes. So stationery and toys for the children to play with. But us as Uplifted, because we know the situation of those ladies, we try as much as we can to help them make those toys or resources. They make their own things. We teach them how to make their own things using recyclable materials. We teach them that it's not, you don't need like toys all the time, fancy toys. Sometimes you will not have money to buy those because toys are expensive. So you can make your own toys. So that's what we do. We say, just because you are teaching using an eggshell box, it's not different from somebody who is using pegs and peg box made from, yes, in China. Yeah. So we try to do that. So, yeah.
Whoa. She really is marvelous.
She is.
And I don't know if her passion, I think it does,
It
translates
translates,
through the
100%,
camera.
yeah.
Man, she is marvelous. And if you are able to help Uplifted in any way, other than financially,
Yeah.
of course, please help in that way. Give toys, invite Uplifted trainers and staff to any conference or
Yeah.
educational thing that you might be involved in. Or if you know of someone, why don't you share this video with them so that they can help Uplifted as well?
Yeah, get the word out about Uplifted as well. They can do like huge things as well.
Yeah.
So just telling people about them, what they're doing, it's an incredible thing. As Marvelous was talking, I was like, this like you can see the passion and the drive behind
you can,
it, which
yeah.
is just awesome.
It's amazing. Anyway, right now, what we want to take you through is it's a hard-hitting news issue.
piece, yeah,
this has been in the news. It's been in the news for months and years, I think.
Years, I'd say.
Years,
yeah,
I'd say,
probably.
yes. And it's a little-known hashtag called First World Problems. And we've got a lineup of some images and some first world problems that you may have experienced or may not have experienced. Let's check them out.
Let's do this.
Yes,
There it is.
especially now in June.
And if
My
you
toilet
live
seat
in
is
Irene,
far too cold.
man, I've experienced that one.
We should definitely invest in a heated toilet seat.
seat?
You know, I've
It's an
visited.
invention.
Yes, no, I think they have them, but the best one is this. If you're driving through the Free State, because I've only ever
Just,
seen
you
it
know,
in the
it's
Free
just
State.
By the by, when you can travel.
Yes,
and all
when
of
you're
that,
allowed
yeah,
to travel and
when
you're traveling
you're
through the
allowed.
Free State and you stay at one of those B&Bs or those guest houses along the N1, they sometimes have like a fluffy toilet seat
Oh,
cover.
wow.
Yeah, that just
Nice.
removes the whole cold toilet seat.
Yeah, it just keeps it warm.
Yes.
All right. The cleaner didn't turn up at my flat last week. Hope she comes soon. The bin is almost full.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Anybody else?
No?
No?
Are we the only ones?
This is my first world problem for sure. I'm a cookie person.
So I generally don't like milk. So I've never come across this problem that the cookie does
This
not
doesn't-
fit in.
yeah.
Why don't you use a bowl?
Yeah, I mean a bowl of
Oh,
milk.
yeah.
That sounds like something for a cat. I
Yes,
don't know.
could be.
What else?
My laptop is dying, but the charger is in another room.
Guilty.
Oh my.
Guilty.
Oh my. What do you do then?
Definitely. Oh,
No,
man.
you can't do anything.
No, Shiraz had to use the Merlot and the beef bourguignon. Bourguignon?
I don't even know what a bourguignon is. It
Yeah.
sounds like something that you would blow in a
Me
tissue.
that say red wine, I'd be like, cool, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Just there you go.
The fact that you have red wine for
I
cooking.
left.
I left the remote on the other side of the room.
And now in winter, if you're nice and warm and comfortable.
Can I tell you
oh,
a secret about this?
Tell me, Kevin. Share with
it's not going to be a
everyone.
secret anymore. So once we had this problem, but I figured out there's an app for everything. Yes, I was so lazy.
Everything.
I downloaded an app to control the TV.
Oh my days. I've never been
Man, we live in the world of the Jetsons, don't we?
there. True story.
I have a paper cut on my iPad finger. Every tweet is agony, but I persist bravely.
Terrible.
No, can't say that I've ever come across
Next.
this.
So you're telling me you have fights with water and not over it. That one probably hits harder than a lot of people were expecting.
Yes, this is a hard-hitting, newsworthy issue. Now we are a real journalism show.
Here we are.
The Wi-Fi is free, but it's too slow. Kind of like what happened tonight.
Yeah.
Is the bandwidth didn't really get anywhere, so you couldn't be entertained
But
because
now-
our internet was, I don't know, something.
Yeah, we never know.
Yes.
Guilty.
I want to turn off the lights,
But the
but
bed,
the bed
is
is too comfortable.
And in winter, it's just a thing of like if you're warm, it's
Yes.
to move is like, oh, I don't want to
But
do it.
so now winter, getting up in the morning, you know you have to get up and be at work on time, or that all-important meeting, or that Zoom call
Yeah.
from another room, because you can't really have it in your bedroom.
Yeah,
But
that
the
would be
bed is just so
awkward.
warm, and it's comfy, and you don't want to get out of it.
True.
Yes.
All right. Campaigns. That's supposed to say complaints.
Complaints.
I'm sure. There are no jobs for college grads. Majors in 12th century English poetry. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, anyway. Oh, you don't have the newest iPhone? Call
No.
RJ. Tell me more about your first world problems.
All right.
Oh my
man.
goodness gracious me.
And you know, like we laugh at these, but
Yes.
oftentimes we do actually sit and with our first world problems.
And especially those that are watching the show, or whatever you want to call this thing that we do on a Sunday evening.
Hard hitting news.
Yeah, or church, even church. I mean, this morning,
Yeah.
to watch church online, you kind of have to live within some first world realm, right? I mean, we have
Yeah.
people within urban life who don't quite have access to uncapped data
Yeah.
at their home. They don't have Wi-Fi. They have enough data to kind of like download a voice memo
Even
on
so,
WhatsApp.
like one of the things is like to download a voice message is too much. So
Yeah.
even trying to send voice messages, like people don't actually have the data for that.
So I mean, we laugh at all of those first world problems, but actually, they're harder hitting than what I thought. And we do live. You know that I watched a video the other day that said that the term first world and third world are no longer
Applicable?
well, not applicable, but they came up with some other thing because they said third world is too demeaning of the third world.
Okay.
But there is still definitely a gap between, let's say, the Nordic countries and Africa.
True story.
And so, we've got to talk about this being from Africa, where we
Yeah.
don't necessarily, everybody doesn't have access to water
Yeah.
or Wi-Fi. And so we've got this very cool thing called the COVID Relief Fund. Now, this doesn't provide people with water or sanitation, but what they do is they give families, they give them money or
Yeah.
they send it to an e-wallet, and people can then pay for the utilities that they need.
Yeah, it was amazing. I help with some of the social media at Urban Life, and someone actually sent a message on Facebook and said, hey, like, I actually, can you tell me more? And we helped her, and immediately after she sent me a message saying, hey, I went and got groceries.
Wow.
I managed to get food for my family.
Amazing.
And I think so often, even things like that, we take for granted, or maybe we think about, I need to go into survival mode because,
Yes.
this is it. And we tend to kind of be really short-sighted with those things. But here it is, like the relief fund is aiding people.
It is.
It is changing people's lives a little bit at a time, which is incredible.
It's incredible. So they have raised, or let's say we have raised.
Yeah.
Because we're part of this thing, and even if you've given 10 Rand toward it, you're part of it.
Yeah.
And we together have raised over 500,000 Rand
It's
for
amazing.
people who need it. And I would say if you've got Wi-Fi, you've got the means to help.
Yeah.
And even this, we've had friends who have used their companies to look at ways of helping our community, even if it's as small as data or data, if you're from South Africa, data, to kind of zero rate some
content and
content
things, yeah.
so that people are able to download that and share it with their friends, which is amazing.
It's amazing.
It's absolutely
It is,
amazing. And if you want to give to that, if you want to be part of that story, if you want to be part of the we, and this is our invitation, is we want you to be part of the story. We want you to be part of the solution, like we said last week. So the way you do that is you go onto our website, urbanlife.org.za, and you can go along to the give back or the donate, or
One of those, because
I've
neither
been
of
on the
us can
website,
remember.
I've been there, and I've just
Landing page.
on the landing page, as you land on the home screen,
Landing.
it's there, the COVID Relief Fund, and you can donate.
Yeah, you can also find out more there. You can see what is happening. I think maybe you might be a skeptic, you might not be sure. It's a great place to just find out more information about what we're busy doing together. So you can find all of the information there.
And I can see that there's so many stories popping up onto the chat link of
Yeah,
people
it's
saying of just the goodness of this COVID
cool.
Relief Fund. The other thing is the great cover up. I know everybody's got a mask, but you might need two, because you walk out the house and then you're like, oh flip, forgot my mask. So now you need to check, have I got my keys?
Yeah.
Have I got my wallet? Have I got my phone? Have I got my
Literally.
mask? Have I got, I don't know, everything else?
Yeah, and I mean, you can get matching masks with your outfits. A lot of
Yes.
people are doing that. So, and when you invest here, you're buying one and giving one away. It's an
Yeah.
incredible
So when-
initiative.
Yes.
So you can look good and you can help. which is
Yeah.
amazing. And everyone needs a mask.
Everybody needs a mask these days. Yes.
They have proven it helps.
Yes.
It is 100%.
And
So-
then we do something on a Friday afternoon at 3 o'clock, which is skillful schooling. Now, I found this helpful because it helps me parent and teach my child at the same time. To look at my children. Sorry.
Children. You got
Yeah,
a
I got two of
favorite?
them, so I got to find both of them, then try and teach them. So it helps me teach them, and what Marvelous was saying is look out for the little things that I'm supposed to be looking out for, not necessarily teaching them like it's 1 and then 2 and then 4 and then 3 and then 5.
Yeah.
But it's actually looking out for their education.
Yeah, and like Amy said this morning, if you missed it, you can go onto the website. You'll be able to find it there. Everything is on YouTube. So if you missed it and you haven't seen it, you can watch it on demand. You can still catch up. There's still
you
time to go through everything. Andy and Amy have shared some incredible insights that I really do believe will change the way you parent and teach at home. So head on over to the website. You can find it all there.
And then if you're in business or you are part of the leadership at your company, we have a thing called the Business Collective, where it is a bunch of business owners and people who are in leadership within their companies. That's also available on our website. And it's just a WhatsApp group where we're able to encourage each other and also help each other if there's been some people that, hey, I need this thing or that service, and other people have been saying, hey, that's me, I can do that.
Yeah,
or
really helpful.
pointed them towards somebody else. And the last thing is, if you want to grow as a human being, maybe not taller because that's genetic, but if you want to grow in maturity and
that's good.
stature within your spirituality,
we have Grow that happens on a Wednesday evening. It is now at 7 p.m.
so you can
from
make it.
Last week it changed up a little bit. Again, available on demand if you've missed up until this week. But Craig is starting a new, is it a series, I suppose you could say?
I think he's going to do a series, and well, to say it's going to get spicy is the wrong thing to say, but it's certainly going to be good for you, and it's going to be good for the church. It's going to be good for your family, and it's going to be good for those that are around you.
Yeah.
And it's always good to grow.
Yeah, and it's literally titled Discover Jesus on every page.
Wow.
And I think already just at that is kind of like, I want to be a part of that. I
want to
grow
find
in that.
Jesus
I want to find Jesus on
every page.
So you're invited. Won't you join us at Grow?
Yes.
7 p.m. on Wednesday.
Make dinner before so that you can sit down on the couch, quickly gobble your dinner, and then write notes, or push dinner till after Grow, so that you've grown and you're hungry.
In your belly.
You're hungry for more, and you can be hungry for dinner. But thanks for joining in tonight, and we'll see you again next week, same time, same screen, because you're watching it on the same screen every week. Thank you so much for coming. Please share this with all your friends and your family, and look out for what's coming up next, because there's some exciting things going to be coming
up
to Sunday Night Live.
and we can't wait.
We cannot. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Good night.